and welcome to another edition of Orion at Your Library. I'm your host, Jessi Agnew. On today's episode, we'll chat with Teen Services Librarian Kathleen Kozlowski about the summer reading program. We also caught up with Judy Rudisil, head of the IT department, to talk about the upcoming self-checkout machines. And finally, we spoke with Kristen Reminar from the youth department about the in-house use of iPads. All this plus our monthly conversation with Library Director Karen Knox. You're watching Orion at Your Library. Stay tuned. The Teen Services Department has a lot of really exciting and fun programs coming up for the end of summer. Here we are with Kathleen Kozlowski to discuss a few. So I'm here with Teen Services Librarian Kathleen Kozlowski. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you.
So right now we're in the midst of the summer reading program. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Absolutely. The Teen Summer Reading Program runs June 7th through August 9th, and teens can win different prizes depending on the amount of hours that they read. For 15 hours, they get a free ice cream from Culver's. For 30 hours, they get a pair of colorful sunglasses, and then for 45 hours read, they get a book of their choice. If teens complete the summer reading program, which like I said is 45 hours, they get entered into a grand prize drawing for a Kindle Fire. And then each additional 10 hours read past the 45 hours, they get another entry into the drawing. So the more that they read, the more incentive there is for the Kindle Fire. Teens also have the option to choose between Team Fire or Team Water, and depending on what team reads the most average hours, there'll be an additional prize for everyone who selected the winning team.
All right, well that sounds really great. I kind of wish I was a teen so that I could join that and maybe get a Kindle Fire. So you got other programs going on. Can you tell me a little bit more about the teen programs this summer?
We have a lot of other really great activities for teens. Later in July, we have a Mythbusters program. And then in August, we have a steampunk jewelry making program, and then the Teen Summer Reading Finale has always been a lock-in at the library. So that's an overnight for teens to stay at the library, and it's just a big party. We watch movies, we play Capture the Flag, we paint each other's nails. It's a really fun time.
All right, well thanks for being on the show today. It was really nice having you, Kathleen.
Thanks for having me.
Here are some of the upcoming events of the Teen Services program. On Saturday, August 2nd at 3 p.m., there is the steampunk jewelry making with locust artist Rena Hopkins, who will be here to help you create a high-quality piece of steampunk-inspired jewelry. You can find samples of her art on her website, www.divineiguana.com, registration required. There will also be the lock-in on Friday, August 8th at 9:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. If you participated in the Teen Summer Reading Program this year, you are eligible to attend the library lock-in. Come at 9:30 in the evening and bring your sleeping bags because you'll be staying until 6 a.m. the next morning. Registrations open July 1st. Ever wonder how the library keeps track of its massive amounts of materials? Support Services Brad Reuter talks to us about library cataloging. So I'm here with Brad, who has the huge job of being the cataloging librarian. So can you tell me a little bit about what cataloging is?
Cataloging is one of the behind-the-scenes aspects of the things we do here at the library. Not many people know what it is, but basically it just means organization. We organize items in a couple different ways here. First of all, every item that we have is represented digitally in the catalog. So if you know the title of what you're looking for, you can find it, you can look it up at home or wherever you are. Also, if you don't know what it is that you're looking for, you can search by subject or author and find some titles that will be suitable for what you're looking for. But we can also tell you where to go to find those objects once you're here at the library. So that's the second way we organize things, is physically on the shelves. If it's a fiction title, it's categorized alphabetically by the author's last name. Or if it's a CD, by the artist, or if it's a DVD, by the title. If it's a nonfiction item, we use what's called the Dewey Decimal System. Every topic that you can possibly think of is given a number between 0 and 999. And then when we get the item here in the library, we give that title a number. And so it'll always be found on at the same place on the shelves. So if it's a book on history, it'll be in the 900s. If it's a book on math and science, it'll be in the 500s. Or if it's on the arts, it'll be in the 700s. And you'll always know where to find it when you come here.
Well, thanks so much for being on the show today, Brad. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thanks a lot.
Hello, I'm Mike Bouchard, the Oakland County Sheriff. There's a big problem that faces all the communities in America today, and that's abuse of legitimate prescription drugs. Sometimes they're left in the home when a loved one passes away, or they're in the medicine cabinet for someone else, and a youngster in the home steals it and they abuse it. It's one of the fastest growing drug abuses that we see in our community and across the country. Secondly, we see these drugs oftentimes when they're no longer utilized being flushed down the drain, and we're seeing higher levels of residual pharmaceuticals in our waterways and our streams. So, to solve two problems with one effort, we partnered with Home Instead Senior Care to start a program called Operation Medicine Cabinet to get those drugs out of the homes, out of the hands of youngsters, and out of the waterway, and safely and environmentally destroy them. Learn more about the program at OperationMedicineCabinetMI.com and be part of the solution. Thank you.
Some big changes are coming to the way we check out library materials. Here we are with Judy Rudisil to explain the way self-checkout kiosks work. So now I'm here with Judy Rudisil, the head of the IT department at the library. Thanks for being on the show, Judy.
Thanks for having me.
So I understand that there's a lot of changes going on in the IT department this summer. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
Our biggest change this summer is the RFID tagging project we're going through. We found out when we did our last strategic plan that our patrons really want more self-service options. They want to be able to check out their own books. They want to pick up their own holds. So in order to accomplish that, we're implementing self-service kiosk stations that run on RFID technology. In order to do that, we need to put a tag in every book, CD, DVD, every item we own, which is about 125,000 items or more. So that's keeping us really busy. We have 7 stations in our staff area, so behind the scenes our staff is just constantly doing this project, and I think we've done about 34,000 items already. This is our mobile tagging cart, and this is what our patrons might have been seeing our volunteers use out here in the public part of the library. This lets the volunteers tag a book and then put it immediately back on the shelf. We have some items like DVDs where the tags need to adhere for 24 hours before we can put them back on the shelf, so we really appreciate everyone's patience as we get those back into circulation.
So what's the time frame for this to roll out for the public?
We hope to have everything installed by the end of the year, but you should start looking in the fall.
So people might be a little bit worried about staff being around to help them if it's not just the kiosks. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure, that's a great question. A lot of people are concerned that our staff's going to go away, but don't worry, we're going to still have plenty of staff at all of our service points and staff to help people learn how to use the kiosks as well.
Well, thanks for being on the show, Judy. It was wonderful to have you.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
There is a drop-in one-on-one computer help for beginners on the second Saturday of the month from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Bring your beginner computer questions and devices, if possible, to the library for one-on-one help session. They will provide individualized instruction on basic computer skills. Help is available on the first-come, first-served basis. Call 248-693-3000 extension 334 for more information. In addition to books, the library offers free access to some great technology. We talked with Kristen Remenar. Let's go take a look. I'm here with youth librarian Kristen Remenar to talk about the technology at the Orion Library. Thanks for being on the show, Kristen.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So the library does a really great job at keeping up with technology. Can you tell me a little bit about the in-house iPads that are here at the library?
We have 6 new iPads at the library, 3 that you can check out and take home, and 3 that you can use here in the library. So if you're in the library and you want to try using one of our new iPads, we have 3 that you can choose from, and they're in safe hardbound covers. They have all kinds of apps on them, early literacy apps ranging up to business apps. So if you're here with a small child or you just want to explore on your own and you're a grown-up, we've got apps that you can use that will suit your needs. Now, we also have 3 iPads that you can check out and take home. So you check them out for 7 days. They come with their own charger and their own special protective case. You take them out, and again, they're loaded up with all kinds of apps, things for reference for adults, as well as games for kids.
So sadly, the summer is coming to a close, and with that comes the close of the summer reading program. How is the program going out with a bang?
We are so excited about our end of the summer reading program. We have a huge event planned, a great big free magic show that everyone's invited to. It's on August 9th, and it starts at 11 o'clock. So you'll come to see Gordon, the magician, and he'll wow the crowd. And then at 12:15, that's when we're going to draw out those names. For the kids who have completed all 3 of their summer reading goals, they have their names in the drawing in the great big robot head in our library. And we're going to draw the names out from that head for those prizes you've been looking at all summer in our showcase.
Well, thanks for being on the show, Kristen.
Thanks for having me.
Here are some more events coming up for the Youth Services Department. On Saturday, August 9th at 11 a.m., Gordon Russ, Magician to the World, is coming to Orion Township Public Library. Gordon and his trusty sidekick, George the Raccoon, have traveled the globe in search of smiles, laughs, and fun. But this time, instead of China, England, Israel, Japan, or Australia, Gordon is bringing his unique brand of illusion right to the Orion Township Library. After this show, there will be a grand prize drawing to mark the end of the summer reading. Rockin' Readers Cafe is open Saturday, August 16th at 2:30 p.m. for grades 3 to 5. Have you been a Rockin' Reader this summer? Come to their first ever Rockin' Reader Cafe and tell them about some of the great books you have read this summer. Snacks and drinks will be provided.
Residents of the Orion area are encouraged to safely dispose of toxic chemicals by attending one of several No-Haz events scheduled throughout the year. Orion Township will host an event on Saturday, September 20th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Friendship Park and is free to residents. Drop off computers and electronics, paint, pesticides, cleaners, and batteries. A team of trained volunteers and professionals will be on hand to collect, sort, and package the items for proper disposal or recycling. For more information, visit nohaz.com or call 248-858-5656.
On August 5th, the North Oakland Transportation Authority will be seeking a .25 millage. NOTA is a government authority that provides transportation services for senior, disabled, and low-income residents. NOTA services Oxford, Orion, and Addison Townships, as well as the villages of Oxford, Orion, and Leonard. At the end of this year, NOTA will lose $425,000 of its federal and state grants. The cut means a 47% cut to NOTA's budget and a reduction in the transportation routes from 13 to 7. The millage will allow NOTA to maintain existing operating service levels of 13 routes. It would also allow NOTA to replace aging vehicles at a rate of 3 vehicles per year. The .25 millage will cost an average homeowner $12.50 per year for a home valued at $100,000. For more information, contact supporters of the NOTA Millage Committee, and don't forget to get out and vote on August 5th.
We end today's edition with our monthly conversation with Director Karen Knox. She shares some exciting information with us about new space renovations in the future. So I'm here with Library Director Karen Knox. Thanks for being on the show again, Karen.
Absolutely. How are you today?
I'm doing really well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Good. So I understand there are some big renovations coming up this summer. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
Yes, I'm excited to share on behalf of the Library Board of Trustees that at their June meeting they approved some great projects that we're going to be doing to renovate the interior spaces of the library. And all of this came out of our strategic plan that we did last summer. One of the big incentives that, or one of the big initiatives that the community said they wanted was for us to update our interior spaces. And so in order to do that, we did a lot of research and trying to figure out what priorities are and all of that. And so the two priority areas that we've identified are the youth area and the lobby area. And so in the youth room, part of that goes back to our Family Place Library initiative. We want to be able to create a space where children ages 0 to 5 can interact with their caregivers right in the library with some educational toys and board books and other learning activities that can happen right on the library floor. So we're going to create a new early literacy area specifically for the 0 to 5-year-olds. And then we know that we have no space at all for our older children. So we're looking at creating a space for our older children, ages like 6 to 12 or so that they have a space of their own, that they can come to the library, hang out, do their homework, read magazines, maybe listen to some music, that sort of thing, so they have a space that they can call their own as well. And then we're going to make sure we have all of the youth materials in the youth room. So that includes moving the youth DVDs back into the youth room and creating a popular library area in the youth room. So that will be all of the new books and all of the audiovisual equipment and materials that we have for youth. And that will be right when you walk in the first part of the youth area. So I'm really excited. We're going to create these zones and redo the furniture and get some new shelving in there and create a really nice welcoming space for our kids and their caregivers. And then in the lobby area, we're going to be adding self-checkout. That's something we've been talking about for a couple of months now, that the community wanted to have the opportunity to do their own checkouts. And so in order to do that, we really need to focus on the space that's out in the lobby and rearrange things in a way that's more welcoming to that opportunity. And so to do that, we're going to get rid of the large customer service desk that we have right now, put in a smaller desk so that we have more room for the self-checkouts, move our holds out from behind the desk so that there's a place where patrons can come and pick up their own holds and then go right to the self-checks and check them out. We're going to move the Friends ongoing book sale out into the lobby so that it gets a little more access to the patrons so that people can always come in and browse what's available for our used book sale. And we're going to create a little informal seating area, a cafe space, so that people can come and just enjoy a cup of coffee, maybe a snack, and just enjoy the space here that we have at the library. So between those two spaces, I think it's really going to make a big difference here at the library and encourage more people to come and enjoy what we have.
I'm sure that sounds like a really great experience, especially the cafe part.
Yeah.
So when do these renovations start?
Well, we're in the process of starting to plan right now, so you probably won't see any physical changes for the next couple of months. While we have, we're going to have to go out for bids to make sure that we spend our money efficiently and all of that. But I'm planning that the whole project will probably take about 6 to 12 months. So we'll probably be doing things in stages as we go along. You'll see different things start to take shape over time, and hopefully within the next year or so we'll have everything in place in those areas. So we're going to try to minimize the dust as much as we possibly can. Of course, we're going to create some temporary spaces, and we're going to have to move some things around and all of that, but hopefully we can still continue to provide library service while we're doing these renovations as well.
Very cool. Well, thanks for all the information, Karen. It was wonderful having you on the show again.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate talking to you.
Sure. Here is a look at some upcoming events in the Adult Services Department. On Saturday, August 2nd at 1 p.m., there will be a Found Object Trinket Necklace Workshop. You can make your own one-of-a-kind charm necklace with local artist Rena Hopkins. You'll learn the basic wire wrapping and jewelry making techniques that will allow you to turn everyday trinkets into beautiful jewelry. Choose from vintage watch dials, buttons, beads, and other bits and baubles to make a gift for yourself or someone you love. All tools and supplies are included. See samples of Rena's art at her website at www.divineiguana.com. Registration is required and space is limited. Finally, there will be a summer reading finale jazz concert on Saturday, August 9th at 2 p.m. The concert will mark the end of the Adult Summer Reading Club, and you can enjoy music of the R.J. Spangler Trio and Larry Smith. The grand prize winner for the Adult Summer Reading Program will be announced. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Orion at Your Library. For more information, you can contact them at 248-693-3000 or visit their website at orionlibrary.org. On behalf of the library staff and the crew of ONTV, I'm Jessi Agnew. Thanks for watching.